what do you think originators need to be focused on right now as we record here on October the 2nd of 2024? What do they need to be focused on right now to achieve success?
Well, everything that we talked about in the first part of the call, for sure. And it's amazing how many originators I talk to that have gotten away from the disciplines that were just general disciplines of having a strong vision, having a business strategy and plan, having action plans that are their daily, weekly, quarterly, annual. I'm shocked. In fact, I'll move to this for a moment. This isn't quite to your question, but let's just talk about the recent months of kind of refinance opportunity. And I saw an incredible, the best presentation I've ever seen Barry Habib give was about a year ago when he was showing people visually the compelling opportunity for folks that are, crawling into far too much consumer debt and what it was to refinance potentially at a higher interest rate. And as we talk about these things, I've noticed that loan officers have moved away from staying connected to their database because we were not in a refi season, if you will, for the last 3 years. Their disciplines of their annual mortgage review or things of that nature just went completely to the wayside. I recently did a survey to try and find originators that were doing annual mortgage reviews, and it was shocking to me, like how many had just stopped doing them. And they stopped doing them because they just felt like there was no opportunity for refinance, so it just went to the wayside. Well, now you're not staying connected to your relationships who bring you their sons, their neighbors, their coworkers. You don't know whether they have life events that are occurring that are needing additional financing for investment properties or second homes or debt consolidation or anything to sort. So I would say I'd start with doing a check like, am I staying in touch with my customer base? Because I think a lot of people have left that. If I'm talking purchase business, because it's becoming so fierce with, there is definitely a portion of this business for top retail originators that's going to be tougher and tougher to grab because of what happens with consumer direct, AI approaches, servicing originators. So I do think you need additional sources for business, right? Is that because you become a specialist in reverse lending? Because for a lot of our aging originators, that's certainly a great opportunity, or non-QM lending, or specialty programs that serve, employer affinity relationships. I've seen some young originators going after YouTubers that are connecting, that are doing a lot on the educational front with financial services or home buying. I make sure you are getting a different range of pillars to your business than just realtor builder database sort of thing. Not to make light of any of those. I think those are all still valuable pillars to have, but I think you could have more the way it works today.
I think there's a self-fulfilling prophecy in what you're describing. And I have actually a few things that I want to add here to what you've shared. So first of all, I think what happens often is the more time that goes by that you don't connect with your existing client database, then you start to tell yourself a story, which is that I've failed to fulfill my commitment that I made, that I was going to stay in touch with you. And, before you know it, 2 years go by. 2021, 2022, all hell broke loose. People were super busy. They didn't have enough time to stay in touch with their past clients. They know that some of those people may have gone and refinanced with somebody else. So then as time goes on, I find that originators have that fear again of, I don't really want to call them because I don't think they like me anymore. Like they're mad at me. Okay. Which my dear friend, Tyler Osby, who's a great originator with Fairway Independent Mortgages, has said this so eloquently. He said, I got some interesting news for you. They don't care. They're not sitting around all day long wondering, why has Rosemarie David not called me? Just pick up the phone and call them and reconnect with them is the message that I want to impart upon you.